The game show has released the new FAQ for Warhammer Age of Sigmar 4th edition Skaventide the 26th November 2025. Remember that I'll bring up only about the new FAQs, so if you're interested about the previous ones, I invite you to see the link in description, because each time I'll bring up only the latest ones, the new updated. And about here we have so the rules updates that are really few things that can be quite important, but anyway there are some things that are little changing. Then we had the battle profiles that has seen no point changes. There are some little correction in some parts and some adjustment about some units that has gone in the legend version, and one even quite important. And then we had Skujughiran Netown that see a reprint, okay, because there's been a little change about one of the things related about this Skujughiran. And anyway, we see this in the rules updates. So now let's go to see about the fact that has been changed with one thing before. The game show has released the new Spearhead rules for the ones that has been released quite lately. So if you're interested, remember to go to see about the Spearheads, because there is also these ones. And for example, I am quite interested because I have also something that is related about something that I appreciate. For example, the Night Hunt, for example, the Frischste Kurz. So it's something that it's better that you go to see if there is something inside here that could be of your taste. So let's go again about the rules. So let's start with the rules and let's jump to the first ones. And the first one that we see, it's about the facts for the chorus. And here we have two new ones, and sincerely I don't understand why they had to make such ones. Okay, still, the first one, if an ability allows another friend unit to be picked to use a fight ability immediately after a unit, the friendly one, has used a fight ability, for example, for the Cryptante Courtier Knight example ability, thus the second unit being activated has to meet the requirement of the request type of the fight ability it is using. Yes. So, for example, if the second unit being activated was using the fight ability, it will need to be in combat or have charged in the same turn. I think that it's like should be okay. Sincerely, I don't understand why there is need for such fact, but okay. And the second one, it's even stranger because it's about the combat range. If a model is base-to-base contact with an enemy model, retreats 3 inches directly away from the enemy model, is it still in combat with that enemy model? No, because it's more than 3 inches that it's the combat range. Okay, sincerely, this there are really people that ask about these things, really? And then there is a new fact also about the advanced rules. So here we can see about the army composition and the enhancement. So if an ability allows a unit to gain enhancement during a battle, for example, the Son of Belmont, more stuff for me collection ability, and I pick enhancement that costs points, and remember that there is such problem now, do I need to have sufficient spare points in my army roster in order to pay for that enhancement? And they say no. Enhancement added to your army during a battle do not cost any point. Sincerely, I think that it's correct, this fact, because it could have created eventually some misunderstanding. So now it's explained and it's okay. I think that it could be even working without, but better that there is, because no misunderstanding are better anyway. And then there is a new fact also about the General Handbook 2526, and it's quite simple because it's about the players adding a chanting value of 2 to Sacred Rights ability. Okay, simply a thing that has been better posted, so okay. And then about the Scourge of Gian, here it's related about the Night Hunt. It's a document that we've seen before, eventually, if you are interested about. And we can find that it's about the Artifact of Power Amulet of the Waking Nightmares that change a bit so that pick an enemy hero within 18 inches of this unit to be the target. The difference is that before it was visible enemy hero. So now you don't need the line of sight, so pay attention because it can be quite intriguing as change. Then we move to the Battletons and we start with the Blades of Khorne that see a little update about Karnak. Sincerely, I don't know about this model, but anyway, there is a bit change, so pay attention about if you're interested in. About the button of the estimate of a shoot, there is not any change about the facts that we've seen previously, but I wanted to show you that has been integrated in the document, so now you can be sure to find them here. And then we have also a fact about the bottom night count, and it's about the spearhead, Kus Shacklehord, and the unholy visage that has changed in a little way, but important one, because now if you apply the effect, the enemy unit suffer 2d3 mortal wounds. Okay, sincerely, nice, amazing. Still, I have still to understand how a unit that retreat can still be in combat. But anyway, okay, simply take note if you are going to play with the spearheads, because this can make quite interesting effect. And we have also a fact about the button Soulblight Gravelords. And here it's really quite simple anyway, because it's about the Wight King on skeleton steed, but it's about changing the last line of the effect of the Ancestor Barrow curse for stat 1 from save rules for curse unit, even if this unit has been destroyed. Okay, it's simply that before it was for all the battle. Sincerely, it's only to make sure that you know that this doesn't change when the model is destroyed, so it's perpetual. Okay, sincerely, I think that it's good to avoid any misunderstanding. So okay, it's not something that changes. It's only a way to rephrase what is what written. So not a problem at all. As I said, for the facts, there's not been quite a lot of change, really few, as you've seen. So now we go to see about the battle profiles, the little changes also here that has been brought. There's been a little change about the identification for the basis of the icon of the storm and icon of the sea that now are 40mm ones both. So okay, you take note. As you can see, there has been not any other change about this, the identification. And about the Seraphon, there has been a little change about the description for the Sunblood pack, so that this hero can join an eligible regiment as a favored spawning, and this unit cannot be reinforced. Okay, it's simply an update, because, again, nothing changed at all otherwise. And about the Simat has been made a little update about the twin builds for their bases. So if you had the problem about the bases, now you have specified what they should be. About the estimate of a shoot, there is not anything really new. They are simply being brought inside this document instead of being separate. So simply now you find them here. And about the scavenger, you can find a change about the base for the Gravelord on New Beast. And sincerely, now it has been quite a lot of time that has been released. Okay, simply take note, because you don't have any other problem for any other change. And then has some change about the regiment of unknown, but they are for the main part about the new spearheads and the new things that has been brought. So you take note if you test about, because for example the enforcer of the tide, it's about an update about what can take this as a regiment of renown and so on. So pay attention about what you need. Obviously there's been also added the new ones related about the estimate of a shoot. So it's simply an adjustment, and you go to see if you test about something specific if you are going to play with the regiment or renown, because it could be quite intriguing. About Warhammer Legends, we have few units that has been added because now are quite stable, the Battletome. So we have about the simulator for the Kunnots Arats. So okay, now they are here. And about the Chaos, we have something that is quite interesting, because we have about the Blitzocon with the Commodore's Blitz, but also another strange thing, because we have about the Esmith that has the blood of the bull, and sincerely I don't even know about such unit. Okay, anyway, they are here. If you are interested, then they are here. Okay, nice. Still not known about, because technically it should be new, the Esmith of a shoot, but okay. And then it's also interesting to see about Cargnos, that it's now in the Legends. And really, it's strange, because it's the only god demigod that it's not anymore really officially played in matches. Remember that you can all use this unit, simply not in the official tournaments or so on. So you have to pay attention about it. Otherwise, they are still available, so it's nice. So to say about such facts, sincerely I think that it's nice because there's been really quite a little adjustment of little things, and for the most part it means that what has been done, it has been a good job. Okay, so not bad at all. I still lament when it's released a new Battletome and the facts are quite a lot, because still it means that they should be done a little better, moreover if they are simply printing problematic, so they only need to read better. Still, if you think that they're stable, it means that they don't see any great change or so on. So I'm really quite satisfied. Nice that there has not been any change of point, but still the point can change and it's not a problem. The real problem is when you modify quite heavily eventually a Battletome, or you have really to explain better a route, it means that you have not been clear. If now we only see some little adjustment about little things, it means that it's quite nice. And the most part about the facts here are simply things that has been brought inside from recent publications. So not bad in my opinion. It's something that I quite appreciate. I'm quite curious to know about your idea, if you are waiting for some facts, if you are glad about the facts as they are, or so on. Still quite nice, and I always say that I love as the facts has been done in Age of Sigmar compared to the ones about Warhammer 40k, because you can find what has been changed quite easily. So I quite appreciate. Still, tell me about your opinion in the comments. Anyway, from deynonmod it's everything. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell so to receive notification about new video, to comment under here about this video, or if you want to suggest me new videos. So I hope to see you again to the next time.